Yo, so check this out. I've been having some thoughts lately, right? I've been going back and forth with myself in my mind, and I'm thinking, this system that they got set up for us right here, I feel like it's not it. General, normal, typical, everyday system that they got set up for us. That's not it. You go to school, forced to college, forced to work, till you get old, and then at the very end, maybe you get some time to yourself to surf like my man here. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that that's it. I believe there's a better way. This can't be it. Everybody doesn't know exactly what's going on in the food industry. And for some context, I'll kind of tell you guys. I used to work in the food industry, in the industrial food industry. So I am privy to more than, let's say, the average bear. You know what I mean? All of those crazy things you see on the back of any packaging, those all mean something. All those ingredients, I know what they look like in my head, right? So I know that, oh, I gotta wear a mask for this. This one you can't touch with your hands, yada, 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 yada. This is just for this is just for that, right? So I have an idea of that. So I started to look at food in a very, very different way, right? So I'm going to the grocery store now and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm not putting that in my body, that in my body, that in my body, this. Like, where's the just regular bread or the regular cookies or the regular something, you know? And really, when after doing that for a while, you'll really will understand that you pretty much can't eat anything other than whole foods, let's say. I don't even mean to say whole foods, but things, this is the easy way. If you can eat things that you can pronounce and that have one ingredient, like chicken, steak, broccoli, pineapple, you're more than likely going to be good. Like, really and truly, you're more than likely going to be good. And you're probably not going to die from the typical American diseases, what everybody is out here dying from. Because that's another thing, too. You know, I was telling my cousin, I'm like, dang, what is the point of making all this money or wanting to be successful or this or that or ray if you're about to drop dead at 50? Like, if you're literally going to stack all this money and then die, what is the point, actually? So I had to figure this out, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. So now we're back to thinking, okay, what are we solving for? What is this thing? Because I'm gonna look at this very objectively, right? Objectively speaking. Okay, look, life is like a math problem, right? I'm gonna solve for something. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know I need to have my health. I know I need to have my freedom of travel. I know I need to have a certain sense of financial freedom, you know. That's a scale, you know. Anybody's version of that is a different version of that, right? How much do you really need? So I kind of know what I need. Like, I can, you know what I'm saying? I want to be good, right? I don't need to be the richest in the world. That's just one sliver of life. I could be wealthy other places too and compile and still be number one, right? So, long story short, everything kind of synthesized down to freedom. Like, really and truly, freedom. And then when you go back and you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's what people have been fighting for. People have been going to wars and people have been breaking chains and doing all types of stuff for, guess what? For freedom. For freedom. It's not about what you do with it, it's about you have the chance to do with it. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You have the chance to walk your own path or go this way or go that way or do whatever you want. It's on you, right? So now I have my math equation, you know what I mean? I'm like a beautiful mind with this, right? This is me, like, at work. This is like me. I'm like a beautiful mind. I'm like with the whiteboard and everything, right? Like, okay, I'm solving for freedom. Okay, now I know how math works. I actually like math. I'm gonna work backwards now because I need my other variables. You know what I'm saying? I know I want to end up at freedom. That's where I need to end up, because freedom gets me everything. If I'm free, financially free, location free, not even location free, but just freedom to be able to move around is more so my thing, right? Like, if somebody says, yo, let's go, boom, I want to be able to do that. You understand? The day before you die, what would be a successful journey? You understand? what would you consider successful? So I'm racking my brain. I'm thinking about this stuff now, right? And I'm like, okay, so look, what's important to me? Health, definitely. You know, I always say this. I'll go work out with my cousin, right? And I'll always say this. I'm like, man, you know what's so crazy? I'm living a billionaire lifestyle right now because if I had $1 billion today, I would still go work out with my homies, with my cousin, you know, essentially, you know, and so money cannot affect that, you know. I would still take care of my body, and even better, you know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Okay, I got to be healthy, right? I'm not a hater. I don't hate on money. You need money, and it's better to have more money than less money. Let's not get it twisted. It's better to have more money than it is to have less money. So okay, cool. You need money. You do. I'm a type of dude, and this is maybe just me of a personal thing, but I'm the type of dude who likes freedom. I don't know if it's one of those things to where it's like, I get claustrophobic or whatever it is, but I like freedom. All right. So I like to be able to hop on a plane and go. Someone calls me, hop on a plane and go. Hey, yo, boom. Something's going on over here. All right, sweet. Hop on a plane and go. So that's pretty important to me. You know, and then you have all your other things. Your health, number one, like I said, your money, number two. And then for me, it's mobility. For other people, it might be family, friends, it might be a relationship, it might be this, it might be that. Fill in the blanks, whatever, right? But for me, I'm looking at those three. All right, cool. So now I'm thinking the number one is definitely health, right? And we don't got to get into it right here and right now, but we know the type of, well, maybe we don't. Let me explain. So, sorry about that, y'all. Beautiful couple just walked by and I just, you know what I mean? I had to talk to him. But anyways, so like we were saying, okay, so we know we need freedom. I'm solving for freedom. That's me. That's my thing. Okay, cool. I need freedom. Solve for freedom. How do we do this? I need freedom to eat the best food. That's a fact. That's a fact because like I said, if you don't have your health, you don't have nothing. You're not going to be financially free if you're in a bed or if you're in a coffin, you know, coffin, whatever, you know. You're not going to be free if you're 6 feet under. So I need to have the freedom to either grow my own food or purchase my own food, but really scouring and you got to imagine, I'm in California. So there are things accessible to me here. All the food is grown here. Like, let's be real, you know? But even at that point, it's still to the point where if I were to grow it myself, it would be better. And it would be more natural. I wouldn't have no question marks. Did this person spray this? Did this person use that? Is there a fungicide on this? You know what I mean? Because I'm not a hater either. People got to make their money and people have to, you know, you can't sacrifice your whole crop. You're going to spray something. I get it, right? I just don't have to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I know that, it kind of led me down to this path of like, yo, I need to own a farm. Yeah. And so that's what I did. Yes, y'all. So pretty much, like I said, you staring at a new farmer right here. You know, I'm about to show you guys the whole process of what goes on. I'm going to show you the land, show you like the whole process, how I bought it, how much it took, how long it took, how you could do it, because I feel like people don't know this stuff. You know, I had homies that did not know anything about this, and I didn't know a lot about it too. So I'm gonna definitely bring everybody along, show people how to get it, how to, you know, how to get a piece of land or get a farm, or even there's other ways. There's banks, there's financing, there's creative, there's a bunch of other ways, you know what I mean? And whatever works for you, whatever. It's all good, right? But at least if you have the knowledge and you know, then it's like, all right, cool, you know. But yeah, so quit my job, got myself a farm, and we're gonna see how it goes, you know. I like hard work, so I'm not afraid of the hard work, and I know that definitely having a farm is one of those things. It's like you're gonna be fit. You're 100% gonna be fit. I know this old Mexican dude, he's like 72, and he's like, boom, jacked, still works, still doing his thing, right? And you see, unfortunately, you see some people when they hit their 50s, they're popped, they're done. You know, bodies or whatever can barely move, and you know, partly because of the food system, partly because of a sedentary lifestyle. You know, so how do you kill both of those birds with one stone? You get a farm, you get your own best food, nice, good, fresh, and then also too, you're gonna be working. You're gonna be working. The only part about it is I'm not really a morning person, and I know for the farm, you know, cock-a-doodle-doo, you gotta be up all early, but maybe we'll do that, maybe we'll switch it up, maybe I'll be a night farmer, I don't know, we're gonna see. But yo, this thing right here, it's about to be vicious. It's about to be a whole journey, man, and I'm excited to show it, I'm excited to share, you know, whatever happens, happens. We gotta kind of wrestle back some of this freedom back from these people, you know? I wanna, from the food to the lifestyle to the everything, so that's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna see more to come. About to go jump in this water because I haven't got a chance to hop in the beach in like a year, so it's a good day. It's a good look, man.